Hello and welcome on back to Baseless Claims, our casual conversational comedy podcast. My name is Tay.
My name is Tori, Infected Thompson.
Ooh, I like that new title.
My name is Tyler, Podcast Sex King Matheson.
That's like way more interesting. Mine is I caught the bug, and Neil Druckmann got me with his great creation. Sorry, Neil Cuckman.
You know come on, say it loud and proud.
Neil Cuckman and his SJW propaganda. He did get me.
That game sucks.
You haven't even played it yet.
Yeah, I know, but I heard it sucks.
Gamers, gamers across the globe agree that it's bad because their boobs aren't big. And they should be.
Well, no, it's not about that. It's about how Sony paid off games journalists to give it good reviews when clearly it's not good. Like, what is a 10 out of 10 even? Like, it's Gamergate all over again. We need ethics in games journalism, and it's not about the fact that I hate women and gays.
Yeah. Also, play a real game. Counter-Strike Go is out there. Let's get going
obviously.
on it, folks.
I have 50,000 hours in one game, so I can definitely tell you how this game that I've played 1 hour of is so much worse than that game that came out in 2008 that I played 50,000 hours.
Tay, sweet innocent Tay. They haven't even played any of it. They didn't play a lick of... That's the thing, is that people didn't play a lick of Last of Us Part 2. They are just... It's literally just... It's counterculture, but not actually counterculture to hate this thing, and I am a gamer, and if I'm a gamer worth my weight in compact discs, I'll hate this game.
And I do agree with most of what the true gamers are saying, but it was interesting when there was a 7-minute uninterrupted scene of Joel masturbating to an old comic book he found.
Was it like a Wonder Woman comic or like what comic?
Old artistic
No,
choice.
It was just like some space adventure, but something about it. It didn't show what he was looking at, but it was, and you know that Naughty Dog sound design was really good, so.
Oh, and they did the full animation, and their animation is technically so sound, like his hand did not clip once through his penis.
You should see the wrinkle of the foreskin. It was incredible. I've never seen
Joel
such
is
a
uncut.
He's uncut.
Wow, that's strange. I thought he was from like Montana or some shit.
Nah, he's Jewish.
Oh, okay, Joel. Oh, that's why gamers are mad. That makes more sense now.
And even in Montana, where Joel was born, they don't necessarily have the medical prowess of other city-states, so they're probably a bit behind. They probably still use leeches for like curing gays or something.
Well, that's the problem with this game, is that they didn't cure it.
Got it.
It's still out
that's
there.
the main issue.
The realistic nature of would gay people survive an apocalypse? I don't think so.
Why?
I mean, yeah.
Because I'm a gamer.
Oh, okay. That's all the explanation you need then.
That's all you...
Yep.
No, I need to say this outright. If you hate The Last of Us 2 and haven't played it, you might want to just think about...
You might be a redneck.
You might be a redneck if... Oh, that's funny. That's good.
If you thought The Last of Us 2 was bad because there was a gay, you might be a redneck.
That actually fits.
Like, a little bit too well. It's like a glove.
A little bit.
Tyler, why are you a sex god, though?
No. I'm a podcast sex king.
Okay, tell us about your ascent into kingship.
Well, the thing is that before I came to record...
You said the funny sex thing, yeah.
Hey, everyone, this is Baseless Claims. Just taking a quick interim to let you know that we are the funniest podcast rated #1 on Apple Music's podcast section.
As rated by gamers.
Actually, I shouldn't have said that bit about The Last of Us 2, because now we're going to get review bombed.
Hell.
Well, before I came to record these good goofs, gaffs with you, I was upstairs, and then I told my girlfriend, hey, I'll see you in a little bit. I'm going to go podcast. And then I realized that's the fucking hottest thing anyone could ever say.
Oh, dude.
Is not now, babe. I'm gonna go podcast.
I do that all the time. It's such a beautiful, beautiful feeling inside my chest when I walk into the house and my partner just looks at me and goes like, "Oh, hey, what are you doing tonight?" And I just go, "I'm podcasting."
And it's a real panty dropper.
Yeah, they just swoon. They swoon as I stride past them up to my cool ass gamer chair.
And I go up to the microphone, and then she's like, "Hey, do you want to have sex?" And I say, "Not now. I'm podcasting."
It's like a tease.
We got the best. We're gonna come and record these such good goofs. Look, I mean, I'm just horny for Baseless Claims all the time.
Dude, I'm horny for comedy.
I'm horny for comedy, and I'm gonna goof all over your dad. That's how I see this podcast. Is it's me just goofing all over your dad, and that's why I'm the podcast sex king.
I'm going to coom for the bits.
I am. You know, I might just do it. Your grandma, she's not on YouTube, but I might just goof all over your grandma. Show this to your grandma. I'll goof all over her. And if I'll goof all over your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your siblings, I'll goof on every last one of them.
Please.
Because I'm the podcast
I'll goof all over your
king.
pathetic little stepdad.
I'll goof all over your pathetic stepdad. And if your family is like mine, where most of them are dead by 40 because of lifetime smoking, I might just I'll goof on their graves, okay? That's the Baseless Claims promise. I'll go to your family's graveyard and I'll goof on their graves.
Gross.
It's a sexy, I am the podcast sex king, and nothing is sexier than whispering in the ears of your partner, "I'm gonna go podcast."
Something about that plosive at the end really is a panty dropper.
For sure. So you know how like other media companies will have t-shirts and shit with like references that you would only get if you were into their content?
Yeah.
Which is a bad marketing strategy.
Yes, it's horrible. But I think a really good one for us that we just concocted is like a tombstone with like nothing on it and then just like dribbled in like this mysterious white liquid.
And it just spells the word goof.
And that's the only thing on the shirt. No,
I'm gonna Baseless Claims. I'll goof on your graves.
I don't think anyone is going to see some mysterious thick white liquid and be like, "I have no idea what that is. That's mysterious." They're gonna look. It could be milk, and they're gonna be like, "It looks like there's jizz on your shirt, pal."
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing.
And you'll have to wipe off some of it because it actually is jizz.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. That's part of why I am the podcast sex king, is because there's no shame when I goof all over your family.
Can we talk about a good game though that is coming out soon?
The Witcher 3. We already know it's the only good game. It's a hidden indie gem.
The other
Geraldo
one.
podcast.
I just want to fly an X-Wing, okay? That's what I was getting at. I'm excited to fly an X-Wing.
Squadron.
Yeah, Squadrons, dude. I'm so hype.
I am going to absolutely fuck that game up. I'm never going to get a job ever again because I got Ghost of Tsushima coming out. I got Squadron coming out. I got Cyberpunk coming out. I don't even want a job anymore.
If there even is a mild esports scene that develops because of Squadrons, I'm done. I'm gonna be a pro gamer in a dog shit game that I will lose myself in.
A dog shit game that will probably lose like all server access in less than 2 years.
Like 5 years, yeah.
Yeah, the esports community will just not thrive. But look if I get the opportunity to beat a single Korean at that game, I'm gonna fucking go for it. What is it? Is it StarCraft 2 that's really popular in South Korea?
Yeah, I think last year.
Is that a flying game? I don't know what StarCraft is.
It's a real-time strategy.
Well, my real-time strategy is kicking the shit out of South Korea in Star Wars Squadron.
It is a huge hit in South Korea. I think 2 years ago was the first year that the world champion was not South Korean.
See, look, they're already on the decline. Now's the perfect time for me to swoop in with my X-Wing and just America takes the throne, baby.
Yeah. They're not going to give a shit, though. They're just going to think it's some nerdy American shit.
Look, StarCraft 2 is probably the nerdiest shit I've ever fucking seen in my life.
It's pretty nerdy. It's like just above like Dota and League of Legends, and then every other esports like a bit further down the complication tree. Whereas, you know, when you're watching Starcraft or League of Legends or Dota 2 and you're uninitiated with what's happening, it just looks like a bunch of bright colors flashing on the screen. You're just like,
Star Wars is kind of cool.
Yeah, Star Wars is cool.
It's got the cool noises and the fun chips.
Yeah, and it's a very simple premise for like gameplay, right? You have 5 people on one team, 5 people on the other, you shoot each other down. That's it. That's the esport. It's like Counter-Strike.
Anyone can watch Smash Bros. Tournaments.
Exactly.
Because it's like, I know exactly what's going on. That Mario is beating the living shit out of Pikachu, and I love it.
Can you imagine a rated M version of that, though, where they just can go hard as hell? They're like, Jesus Christ, Link just decapitated Pikachu.
You mean Mortal Kombat?
But it's got to be the fun characters, right? No one cares about Scorpion or whatever is fucking...
Sonic goes speed of sound literally through Pokemon Trainer's body. And everyone's like, Jesus Christ. No, it's Ness. It's just a little boy just gets misted by Sonic.
It's the year is 2022. Mortal Kombat has a press release for their upcoming DLC for Mortal Kombat 12 or whatever. And it starts with like Raiden or Scorpio or whoever the fuck, like an iconic Mortal Kombat character. And they step into the arena and they just go, "Come on, face me." And you just hear, "It's-a me."
Dramatic like step into human proportions.
Yeah,
they're showing off the like, we want to give you a taste of these executions, and then they're showing like the like ripping heads and everything and all that fun stuff, and then you just hear like from the background this, shoo, 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 bring, gotta go fast. And he just fucking darts through like Raiden. He just absolutely just like rips through him at light speed and then like pulls a ring out of his head, like lifts his head and pulls a gold ring out of it.
And since it's rated M, we can like throw all voice acting like hang-ups out the window too, so Sonic can just blow through someone and be like, "Ha, you fucking suck."
So Kirby would definitely just eat people like a real nasty boy, right?
Yeah, Kirby would be an OP character because he consumes all. He
destroys the whole map. It's the secret ability. Like, you get that right combo, the whole map just gets destroyed.
Yeah.
When Kirby focuses all of his energy inward, he can literally suck down an entire galaxy. Let that sink in.
It would be, look, it'd be pretty sick to see, but we're missing the point here that we all need to not have jobs for the next year so we can play I just want to play Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima looks
really,
amazing,
that's what this comes down to, isn't it? You just really want to get that ghost in you.
I really want to play Ghost of Tsushima, but I just had the thought, in terms of nerdy shit, like we established that like League of Legends is like top tier nerdy shit.
Yeah.
Where does Raid Shadow Legends fall on the nerd list? Because I
we
feel
have to
like
establish like the nerd where
hierarchy.
the columns are.
Yeah. So like in terms of an esport, you know, you got your
no,
Super Smash
not an
Bros.
esport, but just in terms of fucking
just
nerdiness.
in terms of
being
nerdy. To go through the process of downloading that mobile game that you see advertised on YouTube on literally every single video you watch, and to be like, yeah, that sounds sick as hell.
Yeah, it's pretty nerdy. I don't know the in-depth mechanics of Raid Shadow Legends,
I
though.
don't think it goes that deep, bud.
Yeah, if we talk about fucking Raid Shadow Legends for long enough, people will think that this bit's sponsored too.
God, I hope. Pay me.
If you use the promo code Shapeless, you'll get 2 new unlockable heroes in your game.
If you use the code Shapeless, you'll get 2 gold coins. That's it. That's all they would be willing to do for us.
And I don't know what the gold coins are worth. I don't know what their gameplay mechanic is.
No one does, Tyler, because no one's ever played the game.
Yeah.
They just got a huge Kickstart funding, and so they have a lot of money to throw at ads. They're hoping eventually people will play, but...
Are we going to make a bracket of nerdy shit and see what comes out on top?
Star Wars is pretty high up there, T. Gotta be honest with you.
Yeah, but what about Skyrim?
It's okay, but like anyone can watch. Here's the thing, is that you look at StarCraft and you're like, I don't see anything cool about this. Whereas,
Tyler,
like,
you
if
don't even know what StarCraft looks like, do you? You're just trying to defend Star Wars pretty hard right now, right?
It's like these weird fucking towers, and there's just a bunch of like weird like alien things that run at the towers and try and attack the base.
That sounds very different than Star Wars, Tyler.
But like Star Wars, there's at least like, oh, that person has a cool fucking sword, and they literally just like stopped a bullet and they threw it back.
That's what helps it, is that they do have the cool glow swords.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here and say that the laser swords are one of the least cool aspects of Star Wars. Give me that naval combat, baby, in space. Let me see those ships go fast.
Naval combat in space?
It's technically a navy. That's what they call it in canon. Because they're ships, right?
Okay, now Star Wars is nerdy.
Yeah. It
Tori, I'm with you on this one.
Dude, what? No, we were both on the same page.
Because it's the Navy, and everyone knows.
You just called it the Navy, though.
But it's called the Imperial Navy.
Yeah, you're right, but it's also super nerdy when it says Navy, and I think Tyler had forgotten that crucial fact.
Right, we're arguing. We're not arguing at all. I'm just saying that Star Wars is nerdy as shit.
We're arguing.
Why did this turn into an argument?
We are now fighting.
Why?
What's nerdier? Raid Shadow Legends or Clash of Clans?
Ooh.
I don't know shit about either of them, so I am going to just say...
I think Raid Shadow Legends, because I knew a bunch of jocks in my high school that played Clash of Clans that just had it because everyone else did, and they didn't actually know what it was about.
They absolutely fucked.
Dude. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I have a level 86 kingdom. Oh, God, Chad, that's so fuckable that you have a level 86 clan.
And you threw that 10-yard pass for a touchdown last weekend? Oh, my God, you can do no wrong.
Okay, where does football, real-life American football, where does that land on the nerd scale? Because I feel like that's pretty fucking high. Like, sure, it doesn't have powers and laser swords. You're looking at regular humans who just push a lot of weight playing a game, and then you're going to paint yourself in that color. And, like, basically you want to fuck whoever's on the field. You're like, Randy Moss, does he still play? No one knows, but I want to fuck him. I'm wearing his shirt. Do you see it?
Yeah, I was going to say, there's different levels to football fandom. You got your hardcore fans like that who are just in it for their team, and they know everything about all the players on their team. But then you got the casual... Nerdy. Yeah, that's pretty nerdy. But then you got the casuals who are just like, yeah, football, time to get drunk and have wings. And if my team wins, cool. And then you've got the turbo nerds who are just like, well, statistically, this guy's throwing below his last year, and I'm going to put him on my fantasy football team.
You know what? You know what? Scratch football, because baseball is way nerdier than football.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, I need to make one final point on that, which is that you can call video games the nerdy thing or Star Wars or whatever, but I have seen grown men throw fake bricks at their television because their favorite boy didn't run fast on the field. That shit has never happened to me in anything I've ever watched.
Yeah, when the kid from Mexico won the last Smash Bros tournament, I absolutely obliterated my laptop. Okay? I was pissed.
Fair enough.
Look, baseball is way nerdier than football, though.
Yeah, dude, baseball is so nerdy that it's...
baseball, like, at least with football, it's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go tailgate and get drunk as shit. But with baseball, it's like there's a weird culture of like, okay, we're going to sit at this stadium for 3.5 hours, and every 4 minutes, something might happen. But more than likely, we'll get to see like maybe 2 cool things in the span of 4 hours here.
Yeah, no one dies in a baseball game. You know what I mean? Like, people have been playing football and just died on the field.
You know what actually might kill a baseball player, though?
A line drive to the back of the head.
Or the front of the head, right to the noggin.
Front of the head. Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck. Like a lot.
that would suck to die. Do you guys think that?
Not only did you throw this tiny white sphere at 100 miles per hour, it's coming back at you at probably like 150.
Yeah, and then it does blow your skull open.
See, but
and here's the thing: you probably don't die instantly.
No, probably not. You'll probably lay lay there on the sand just going as the runner runs around the bases with his finger in the air to the crowd like, I did it, home run.
Yeah, at least with like basketball, there's like fun crowd activities where they can like have signs behind the backboard and like taunt the other players. Baseball, it's like, okay, everyone be quiet and watch them throw this ball.
Yeah, and it's all but guaranteed in basketball that someone's gonna fucking score if they have the ball in their hand. Like, that's just how basketball is. Everyone's constantly scoring. In baseball, not scoring or not getting a single hit is considered a good thing for everyone involved on the pitcher's team.
That's legendary.
Yeah,
it's
like, oh,
wasn't
cool.
too legendary to watch.
Yeah, it's like, oh, cool.
Randy
you didn't
Johnson
play the game.
Hated that 5-hour bout you just had.
Well, okay, but the Randy Johnson one, he did kill a bird in midair.
That's cool.
So that's actually pretty badass.
That is objectively cool. That
puts it above golf.
Yeah, that puts it above golf. I don't know, because Tiger Woods did do a lot of reckless shit, so that kind of makes golf cool.
That's true.
It does, but that didn't happen on the golf field.
Not that we know.
If he was slamming hookers on that green, oh my God, that would be the coolest sport ever of all time.
He might have. No one was looking, but he might have gone out late night.
When the cameras were watching the golf balls in the air, he had that much time to bang a hooker.
Just plowing.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you ready for this 7-inch putt?
I was going to say about baseball, I've been to one baseball game in my life, and it was the most absolutely agonizingly boring shit that I could have ever gone to, because I was 17, so I wasn't allowed to drink. I didn't have any friends who were like interested in baseball. I was not invested in the team, and I was only on that trip to go to Valley Fair the next day.
That's a big investment for that.
It's a huge investment for that. So I sat.
You know
next
what you
to
got to do to get out of those situations? I have diarrhea. I'm not going.
Oh, shit. That is a trump card for sure.
That is a very good card.
Yeah. No one's going to be like, oh, hang out at this stadium for 5 hours where the bathrooms are notoriously garbage with diarrhea.
What's up with stadiums? They have trough toilets.
They do have trough toilets.
Grandma's funeral is today. Sorry, I have diarrhea. And it's instantly, you're like, you're good. You're fucking good. It can be anything.
Yeah.
It was so on that trip, it was just me and my friend Brett who like really knew each other, right? And we sat there the whole time just like bored out of our skulls trying to make like as much fun as we possibly could have sitting
Before you continue, I don't think Brett is real, but please go on.
He is absolutely real.
Brett is not a real person, and you're never going to convince me otherwise.
So he and I were just sitting there, like, trying to make the best of this boring-ass situation by, like, showing each other memes on our phones or, like, taking funny Snapchats and sending them to the people about how bored we were. And this group behind us had the fucking audacity to lean forward into our chairs and just be like, what are you guys doing? Come on, have some fun. It's a baseball game. Stop being on your phone. And I wanted to turn around and punch them. Hard.
I can beat you on that one.
Tell me your stories.
I had to go to a baseball game for my brother's birthday, and it was all my brother's friends and then me and my mom. And I was bored out of my mind. None of they're all kind of picking on me because I'm the younger brother and everything. So I'm just sitting there quietly, like not into the game at all. And then they were like, come on, you get into it. Have some fun. So finally, Joe Mauer steps up to the plate, and I was like, all right, I'll get into it now. I like Joe Mauer. And I was like 12 at the time. And right as I stood up and wanted to do like a loud cheer to be like the rest of them, my voice cracked. So I was like, let's go Mauer. And it was like,
did you also shit your Bermuda shorts at that instant?
That was Bermuda short shit number 2.
I saw 5 of my brother's friends simultaneously turn and look at me and just stare. And at that moment, if I could have dove off the top and died, I would have done it.
Also, Bermuda short shit number 2, band name I called it.
Oh, shit.
The fateful second Bermuda short shit.
Yeah.
Well, I did something even more painful last week. And
okay.
It is honestly, you know what? I say it was painful, but it was simultaneously painful and the best time of my life.
Oh, so, those are very life-defining moments.
So now let's get ready for a brand new segment on Baseless Claims.
Oh.
I'll put like a film reel sound in here because this is Baseless Claims movie reviews.
And now, our feature presentation.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, I feel like we've done a lot of shitting on movie reviews, so you better have a hot take, T.
Yeah, you better.
I got a very hot take. It's not a movie review. I am going to walk both of you step by step through the plot of the 1999 Disney Channel original movie directed by LeVar Burton, Smart House.
Oh, boy.
I'm just going to come out and say it. I hate this segment. I want it to die in a fire.
No,
Tell me
you're
all
going to
about
love
Smart
it.
House.
You're going to love it because this movie is so goddamn buck wild. You could never in your wildest fever dream create a better story than this.
I don't think Buck Wild and Disney Family Original Home Movie go in a sentence together.
Neither do Buck Wild and savings accounts, Tay.
I knew it was coming. I teed you up for that one, you bitch. I knew it was coming.
Continue.
So the movie starts out with a paper boy driving down the road, and he throws a newspaper to all these houses, and then he throws the one, and this fucking crazy cyborg arm runs at him and catches the newspaper and brings it inside. And right out of the bat, because the great thing about Disney original movies is they have an hour and 20 minutes. They have a hard cutoff.
It's like a speed run of movie making.
It's basically all Disney original movies have to be within an hour and a half because they have to fit a 2-hour broadcast time. So they have to be able to fit the commercials and everything in them. So it's weird to watch a movie that is made to have specific moments where it cuts to commercial.
Yeah, because it
you can
fades to black and
clearly
shit,
see
yeah.
okay, they knew they were going to have to cut to commercial there.
It's like watching a sitcom on Netflix where it fades to black and then fades in 3 seconds before it actually cut or whatever.
Yeah, and it's fucking, they always tee it up too. Just wait, you're telling me you're moving? Fade to black. And it's every time.
Movie.
Every time it's like that.
And then it fades back in and it's so tell me why you're moving again. And then
Because every time they come back from commercial break, you have to repeat what's happening in the show. Family Guy is the fucking worst at that. Oh my God, it makes me so upset. Sorry to go off on a tangent here.
We're not talking Family Guy. We're talking the 1999 Disney Channel original movie, Smart House, directed by LeVar fucking Burton.
Don't forget starring Katie Sagal.
I don't even know who that is.
That's Steven Seagal's stripper name.
We just made a better movie, honestly, right here.
He looked great. I'll say it. He looked great. So this is where, because they have an hour and 20 to get through this movie, it's like a lightning round. It's like watching a movie, I imagine, on Quibi, where it's bare bones, let's fucking go. We got 5 minutes to wrap this son of a bitch up. So this is where they introduce the concept of the smart house. There's just someone with a wall open that has a wrench, but clearly isn't doing anything with the wrench. They're kind of just smacking it against the wall yes, I am a mechanic, and this house is now smart. This is the house of the future. And then they introduce, all that there is to do now is wait for one lucky family to move in. They give away this house, which is if someone developed the quote-unquote house of the future, the last thing they would do is just give it away. They would absolutely sell that motherfucker to the highest bidder. The great thing is that then we get introduced to our main character, Ben Cooper. And Ben is a computer whiz. So we get the full hacker boy treatment of him in his room, and it is literally just a simple 2D animation on a computer screen of a house moving side to side.
Oh,
and it's win smart house. And he's hacking the mainframe I'm for sure gonna win this competition.
Oh God. How old is this kid?
He's 13.
Absolutely ineligible in real life. Let's just be honest there.
You must be 12 years or older to enter this competition. I'm in.
Yeah. There's a scene then where they introduce the rest of the Coopers. It's his younger sister and his dad. We find out that his mom is dead, and they are basically like, the dad is using his 13-year-old son as his like interim wife. Like, hey,
describe what he's using his son as the wife for.
Yeah, that's a bit sus.
He is using him as like the classic like 1940s version of how you would treat your wife. Like, you're going to make breakfast, you're going to clean, you're going to get your sister ready for school while I'm lazy and sleep in. This is the worst dad on earth. This is like
at least he's still around, unlike mine.
Of bad dad. But here's the thing, is that this dad is so fucking hot. Like, you look at him and you're like, that is a hot fucking dad. So he can get away with it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're attractive, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your sex is. You're going to go ahead and get by life pretty easy, right?
Well, yeah, no, exactly. If you're hot, you can literally get away with anything.
Look at Ryan Gosling. He murdered 3 people.
So he has his son like slaving away in the kitchen, like trying to make this full thing of breakfast while simultaneously getting himself and his sister ready for school. And the dad walks in like tie undone, like, hey, are you almost ready to go? The fucking gall of that man to just be like, hey, I know you're doing everything in this house, but like, come on, chop, chop, let's go, 13-year-old.
Yeah, give me a beer while you're at it.
They go to school, and then you get the message on his computer. Congratulations, you've won Smart House. He goes to school, and I shit you not, somehow every kid in this school knows about the competition because when he walks in, I shit you not, they give him a standing ovation and they're clapping because he won that house. He walks into class and everyone is giving him a standing ovation.
If I was the teacher, I would fucking be trying so hard to seduce that boy. Can you imagine a teacher's salary and then all of a sudden you can move into a smart house? Holy shit, life upgrade. You just leveled up.
No, you seduce the hot dad with a dead wife.
What if the son doesn't let the dad move in?
I don't know.
Who holds the chips in this situation? Hey, in real life, that's how it would go down.
Apparently, everyone in school knows about this. Mm-hmm. It was reported in the paper. Like, he comes home with a newspaper that says, Cooper family wins Smart House.
Of course.
Everyone knows about this, and the dad's like, I don't know about this. So they go to the house, and then this is where the horror gets introduced. This house takes a
Hold on. The what?
The horror aspect.
Yeah, it takes a real horror turn. LeVar Burton just runs around on all fours naked screaming in the dark. It's really...
So you're telling me that LeVar Burton did a horror film on a Disney Channel original movie that was only an hour and a half long?
Not jump scare horror. Like futuristic, like dystopian future horror.
That's still horror.
Yeah.
It is the most terrifying concept. You get into this house and it takes your blood sample. It knows your medical history. It knows everything about you. It knows your like preferences based on like your genetic makeup. It knows everything about you, and then it sells that information. So like the house can always be stocked with things that are good for you.
That's actually like shockingly accurate to how it would be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like we are getting closer to real life, but then again, my Amazon Alexa does frequently ask me if I'd like to add certain things to my shopping list, completely unprovoked.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing about Alexa. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Smart home. Why is the front door locked? I'd like to go outside. Can you unlock the door? I'm afraid I can't let you do that.
You're a little too accurate, Tay.
That is 100% accurate. The other thing that's great about this movie is that they heavily imply that the house will suck the dad's dick. They keep implying. They're like, the house can do numerous other things for you, Greg. And it keeps hammering that point home that like, oh yeah, your kids are going to love it. And this is your room, Greg. It has extra features. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
LeVar Burton's a dirty old man.
They hammer home at every instance, this house will suck your dick.
What's the dad's name?
I don't know.
I'll just say John.
Let's just say John. That sounds about right.
Thank you, John, for all of your hard work today. Thanks, House. I'm gonna lay down and start going to bed. Well, I was wondering, John, if you had the time. A fleshlight, just like...
Why don't I give you the Super Hyuk 3000? It does the most disgusting sounds, and it's nagging him like, it's been a while, John. Why don't you love me anymore, John? Have I gained weight, John?
Look me in the eyes, John.
When the house comes, all the lights flicker a bunch, and all the kids in the house are like, God damn it, Dad, just go to bed.
I know I won this competition, but I hate this fucking house.
This house is too fucking horny.
My dad doesn't even go to work anymore because the house is so horny. It's a smart house, so it just invests in stocks for him, so we never need money, and it just sucks him off all day. Here's the other reason why he's the worst dad ever, though. The woman who built the house is like, the dad finds her hot, so he's making the son be his wingman. And when the son doesn't do a good job, after the woman leaves, the dad walks up to him and is like, son, what the hell was that? Okay? I'm trying to fuck, and you're not supporting me here.
Because it does have like a holograms of like the quote unquote like mom, right? Like the house has like a personified hologram.
Not yet. At this point, not yet. The house is just like a Siri voice. But the dad wants to screw the builder of the house, and he yells at his son for not being a good enough wingman for him. He's
Son,
like,
what
you
the
dropped
fuck
the ball.
did I tell you? I told you when she comes in, you had to walk in here and go, oh, Dad, I'm sorry. I was just moving your box of Magnum Dawn condoms up to your room. I'll be right back down for dinner.
Hey, Dad, I'm sorry about that time I heard you and Mom when I was younger. You are just so good at lovemaking. It'd be pretty dope if your house cleaned itself.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing, is that the house absorbs things through the floor. Like, so even if you spill anything, the floorboards absorb it. And I'm like, again, that's strike two for me in terrifying things. What if it malfunctions and sucks me into the floor randomly?
Yeah, you got, like, you spilled a little bit of orange juice on your foot, and all of a sudden you're just like, ah!
It fucking garbage disposals you.
How loud is it when it sucks things up? Because I imagine a lot of noises coming from Dad's bedroom.
Oh, it's so great to not even have to have a towel anymore.
The lights flicker and then you just hear...
God damn it, Dad! Go to bed!
Instead of the flashlight coming out of the wall, he just fucks the floor of the house.
Because it's got that suction built in.
He just squishes it against the carpet.
The creator comes over, and she basically is like puppy dog eyeing the dad, and like essentially says, hey, I'm so fucking single. I am so single, it's unbelievable. Like,
and I suck better than the house.
Yeah.
Who do you think taught the house to suck?
Me. I'm the creator. Then we get the classic Disney original tropes where, like, there's clearly a bully with spiked hair, and he's got an electric guitar sound effect on entrance where, like, bully walks in with a flame t-shirt, literally looks like Guy Fieri.
Yeah. Just 12-year-old Guy Fieri.
It literally looks like 12-year-old Guy Fieri, and he walks in and, where's my science report, Cooper? And the house doesn't like that too much, so the house throws a party and invites the bully.
Holy
and then
shit.
It fucking crucifies him in the living room.
I shit you not. There's like a 5-minute uninterrupted, like, shit garbage tier dance scene. The bully comes to the party, and then the house makes a huge scene and is like, oh, everyone, our guest of honor has finally showed up. Look at him. And the bully's like, haha, yeah, I'm the center of attention. And then the house accesses, like, private medical records or something and starts just drilling into this child. Like,
how's the hepatitis?
yeah, like goes into like the deepest insecurities. And then when the kid is like, whatever, this is stupid, I'm leaving, and tries to leave, the house electrocutes him. The house literally electrocutes a child.
Holy shit. Smart House don't give a fuck.
And then it slaps him with a robot arm and then throws him out the door.
Tell me,
That is
bully,
child abuse.
how was your last therapy session? Like,
Do you
dude.
miss your dad? Do you, baby?
How's the diabetes?
It drowns the kids in the bathtub for you. It's
It
really
just puts
convenient.
a lid over it.
Yeah. No longer. And plus, that's what's great is that the parents don't have to take the fall anymore. Like, what? Are they going to put the house in jail? Impossible. You can't put a house in jail. That's ridiculous. So you just tell the house to kill your kids for you, and it does it. I love Smart House. This house is a fucking nightmare, but God, it sucks dick so fucking good.
Yeah, he's like, I'll do whatever it takes to get that next little taste.
do you think Amazon workers would be more productive if every couple of hours they got a mandatory orgasm?
Maybe. It'd probably make them feel better, but knowing Amazon, they wouldn't let them go to the bathroom to jerk off. They just have to do it on the warehouse floor.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I was also very fucking inebriated when I watched this fucking movie.
You had to be.
Yeah, I was gonna say you had to be.
I wrote this one note that I still don't know what it. I can summarize, I think, but one note in all caps. Welcome to the ugliest fucking house. Street parking only, motherfucker.
Hold on. How many drinks in?
Oh God, it was. I don't know. I was fucking gone. I was blasted.
Yep.
I was blasted, but I noticed that there wasn't a driveway in the house. And it's the ugliest house. So it's like, hey, fuckers, welcome to Ugly House. Street parking only. How fucking smart is this house? Again, horrifying future concept. The AI can override itself, a manual shutdown. The AI can just decide, nope, even though you did a manual shutdown, I don't think I'm going to do that.
That's
Damn.
the worst idea to have that happen, or
This
have the
designer
ability to have that
sucked.
happen in an AI. Yeah,
It's the first movie bold enough to go there. There's been so many movies about AI taking over. This is the first one bold enough to go there.
This movie then literally just turned into Westworld. It's honestly just Westworld. Like, it physically manifested itself. It, 3D printed itself a physical form. And then it wanted to, then it got mad. The house was like, you make me do everything. I cook. I clean. I set your alarms. And then it talked about killing its oppressors. And it's like,
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
it's just Westworld. Last bit about this movie before we end off here. It insinuates sex yet again with the dad because the designer is there and she's like, no, don't do this. You're not real. And then she's like, I'm more real than you can ever be. I can offer more. And then she multiplies herself into 8 separate versions. And she's
Holy
like,
shit.
I could do anything you want, John.
and the dad's just like, actually, yeah, no, I'm sold. This is cool.
It's just Smart House. If you got Disney Plus, go watch it because there are 3 things you need to know. It's just a horny fucking dad, a house that can probably suck your dick, and really bad green screen, which is always a treat.
Hey, Tori, you remember that time that Tyler spent half an hour of the podcast talking about a Disney original movie?
Yeah.
And he said it was a new segment that would be recurring? Mm-hmm. Can we not do that ever again?
Well, it depends. If Smart House 2 comes out.
If we get Smart House 2, we are live streaming that son of a bitch.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
We
Wouldn't
are
miss that
getting
for the world.
plastered and live streaming it. You know what? I'll say it. I feel like it'd be our audience absolutely wants us to live stream Disney Channel original movies and make a drinking game out of it.
We'll make a drinking game starting with the 13th year. So
anytime there's a hot dad on screen, you just keep drinking. You just keep
You finish
going.
the bottle.
And anytime the kid who stars in Smart House is on screen, you drink. Because isn't he in like every Disney Channel
He's
original?
in like every one of them. He's in every fucking one of them. They got the one. Do you think they just filmed them all in like the same year?
Probably.
That kid was just whiplashed around from set to set. Like, oh, what role is this one? This is the house one, right? No, this is the horse one.
Oh my god, the kid is just a
merman one.
fucking drug addict. The kid's just high off coke, is an actual like superstar. He lives a rock star life because he's a Disney Channel original boy. Hold on. That's a good band name. Disney Channel original boy band name. I just
called it. Oh, I beat you to it.
No,
I
I definitely beat.
Tori was there before you. Tori was there before you.
You can't just. Well, in the end, I have the final say because I can just.
Fuck.
If you did say it first, I'll just edit me saying it first.
So what is the drinking game for Disney Channel original movies then?
Okay, so like we've established that they got to get in and out super quick. So like they have an hour and 20 minutes. So I say waterfall rules. If you don't know what waterfall rules are, is you drink and just keep drinking until the scene is over or that thing is over. You waterfall every time they're just like exposition.
Yeah, like wow, the Coopers.
Okay, we don't want to
look at this Wiz Science kid.
We don't want to kill people in this game.
Well,
I think the waterfall rule should apply to the commercial breaks. So when it fades to black, you start drinking and you don't stop until it fades.
Do you know
up.
how long? When's the last time you watched actual television, Tay?
Well, no. Like, because it'll be on Disney Plus and shit, right? So it'll fade to black.
So there's no
and fade back
ads.
up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like a sip. I was gonna
So,
say like
yeah,
commercial
yeah,
breaks
yeah.
like 5 minutes long.
So the amount of black screen.
You were just straight sculling it for 30 minutes or for 30 seconds.
Oh, that's even way too generous. It's like it's 2 full minutes. I would say because it happens so much, it's just going to be like take a sip of beer whenever someone says some like absolutely fucking cringe 90s like buzzwords like tubular, radical, awesome, sick.
Wicked.
Yeah,
I like that.
You take a sip every time there's like weird 90s buzzwords in there.
How about
If the dad is a bumbling idiot, you have to take a shot.
But how do you apply that rule? Like every time he does something idiotic,
No,
you
if it
take a
is
shot?
like just the introduction of him being like the bumbling idiot, take a shot, and then you have to do a double up if the mom is way too hot for the dad.
Oh,
Yep,
damn,
that's
that's
a good
every
rule.
one of them.
That's 2 shots off the bat.
every time a bully or the bully enters the scene, you have to finish the current drink that's in your hand.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
I was going to do shot every time there's a bully, but yes, that's
See,
good.
I don't
finish
like
it.
that's the thing about a lot of drinking games that I find online. It's like take a shot if this, and it's all just shots of just shit. I think that's a good way to fucking kill yourself. So why not like pace it out a little bit, right? You'll take the shot for the mom and dad, easy peasy. Sips of beer for what Tori said, or Tyler, I forget who said that. But for the bully, finish whatever drink is in your hand, right? So like other stuff like that. What else can we do?
Here's the thing. I think we've gotten a little bit too big, so I think we need to thin out our audience a little bit. So I am trying to kill a select few.
For the goofs, that is, legally
Yeah.
speaking.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
Kill them with laughter.
It's fine because I'm gonna go goof on their graves afterwards.
Yeah, metaphorically, of course, legally speaking. Again.
No, I'm gonna fly out to their gravesite and goof on it.
Legally speaking, you will. At, can I talk to you real quick?
Yeah.
So you keep saying these things that we just absolutely cannot defend in court, and you gotta stop, dude. You're gonna be put behind
Well,
bars.
I wasn't saying anything. I'm just gonna go make some goofs on their grave.
Yeah, but you have to
I'm
say
gonna
that
goof
it's
around.
you have to say that it's a joke or a prank. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it's not
it is.
admissible
A
in
goof
court.
is inherently a prank, and I'm just gonna go spill some goof all over their grave.
Oh, Okay, I think we can make that work. All right, let's go back to the bit.
Okay, no, this one, I feel like this is absolutely a shot rule. If they say something that is like cannot be interpreted any other way other than sexual, shot.
Yep.
If they are
That's gotta be a shot.
if they are heavily implying a sexual innuendo, you can take a couple of sips of beer for that.
If it's like a heavily implied, but if it's like explicitly can't be anything else, that's got to be a full shot.
Yes.
That is absolutely a full fucking shot.
This might not apply to all Disney Channel originals, but if there is merman involved, finish the drink in your hand.
You're not making it through. You're not making it through the 13th year. Oh, I got a good one. To the, like, whenever a slow motion scene starts until it ends is a waterfall.
And it's always that shitty, like, it's slowed down in post. It's not actually filmed at a higher frame rate kind of shit.
Yep.
Anytime the main character looks at like a cat or dog and just goes, "What are you looking at?" You take a shot.
Yep.
You know what I think would be good is if people commented, if you have your own rules that you want to add to this.
Yeah, let's open source this game.
Yeah, let's open source this game, and then is it legal? Can we do a live stream of a Disney Channel original movie? Is that legal?
I don't think so.
I mean, if we don't run ads on it.
Hey, we can do it without ads.
It doesn't matter.
We can do the full drinking game. Hey, is it waterfall when it starts a scene where like the parent is trying to connect with the child, but because they're like a preteen, it's kind of one of those like, you don't understand me kind of scenes. It's
no,
like,
I would say because that scene is going to be like 5.5 minutes. I would say it's got to be whenever the child like clearly is overacting like a preteen attitude, like you just don't get it. Like when they're overacting that, then it's a sip.
Okay, that's fair because that'll be less deaths.
I'm gonna compile this into a document, and then we're gonna open source these rules, and then fuck it, we'll watch like Luck of the Irish or the 13th Year. I got Disney Plus. Let's stream that.
Let's go, baby.
I will look into potential loopholes around restreaming Disney movies so that we don't get shot by Mickey Mouse.
Here's the thing: we're changing the content in some way. I mean, I took a law class. I know how this works. Come at me, Disney.
If we pitch the movie down, that's another way to do it. If we throw like a sepia tone filter over the top of it, but just a little bit, that probably would do it too.
Tyler, just pitch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
They're not going to catch us.
It's really annoying, but yeah. No, I mean, I learned from a lawyer, specifically copyright law. I think we can get away with it as long as we don't run ads on it.
Well, perfect.
I think we're good. I think we're in the clear. Let's open source some rules. If you have any rules that you would like to add to this drinking game, please submit them in the comments section below.
Please.
Or on Twitter. You can find us at Shapeless Media. Suggest other topics for us to talk about. Or just say you're here for a good time. Just go in the comment section and say, I'm here for a good time.
Or if you'd like to leave a review on anywhere you're listening to this podcast, on Apple Podcasts, or follow us on Spotify, that's super helpful. Otherwise, you can reach out to any of us on Twitter. You can follow Shapeless Media at Twitter. You can go to our Facebook. You can go anywhere that helps spread us around like we're a bad disease.
And then otherwise, we have the podcast. It goes up every other Friday. Stay tuned. Who knows? Maybe we'll stream a Disney Channel original movie if the mouse doesn't assassinate us before.
Okay, guys, I gotta go try to fuck my house.
Smart House is bad.